Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a review of Doctor Who, Missy, the fourth and final comic in this 4-part mini-series of Doctor Who comics celebrating 50 years of the Master, because the Master first appeared in Doctor Who Terror of the Autons back in 1971. So yeah, I adore this cover. It's very evocative of a very famous Batman cover, I'm pretty sure, where the Joker has his green hair slicked back and he's got like this tuxedo and he's got like, you know, Harley Quinn in the original sort of jester outfit draped over him and that, and it is very much the same but with like Capaldi and Peter Capaldi's 12th Doctor and Michelle Gomez as the Master or Missy. You know, it's very simple but it's very effective. You know, he's got his sonic screwdriver. She's got like the sort of version she has, which, you know, can kill people and that. You've got the BBC Doctor Who sort of thing in the yellow circle there. You've got issue 4 there. Missy sort of scribbled over Doctor Who, which I really like, and that. And then you've got Titan Comics for the barcode and all that. Then on the back you've just got all the legal, well, not legal, all the information about, or like a little quotes from different outlets, comic outlets, just sort of saying how amazing the comics are. You've got the Next Time sort of Doctor Who on the Doctor Who comics thing, which I appreciate. Kind of reminds me of like the Next Time equivalent to a Next Time trailer. They're doing another sort of anniversary thing, celebrating 25 years of McGann, Paul McGann's 8th Doctor, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be in November 25 years since the 1996 TV movie. So they're doing a run of 8th Doctor comics where he meets the 11th Doctor and has to defeat the bad wolf or wolf empire or something. Then there's just a sort of promotion for the Missy sort of graphic novel, which I would assume is just a compilation of all 4 single issues in one book. And then you've got this really cool sort of like infographic sort of thing in the back, which I would really love for Titan Comics or someone, you know, out there to just do like a big poster version of this, you know, reader's guide. So you've got like information on the Doctor Who comic events, which include like Time Lord Victorious, Missy, the Lost Dimensions, the 4 Doctors and so on. Then you've got like, you know, what are your classic Doctor Who comics, or what do Titan Comics do for the classic Doctors? What do they do there? What do they do for the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th and 13th Doctors? And that's a lot of comics that they've or a lot of different Doctors and a lot of different comic stories they've covered, which is really cool. Then you've just got the sort of variant covers, which I quite like the new Dewan one as well. Not so keen on cover B, but C and A and C are pretty cool. And then you've just got, on the other inside, another advert for Time Lord Victorious graphic novel. Previously, a bio on Missy, Roger Delgado's Master, the 12th Doctor, 3rd Doctor and the TARDIS, as well as Titan Comics website, Twitter and Facebook to contact them with any feedback about the comic. The writer, artist, colorist and so on. Here are the credits, if you want to pause and fanboy over any particular person who works on this, go ahead. And yeah, we have some nice sort of little bits of action with both the Masters sort of fencing and or sword fighting each other again, which is nice. You get some Capaldi as well as some Pertwee as well, which I always love. And I've been watching quite a few Pertwees lately, Pertwee stories, most recently of Classic Who and that, and yeah, he's definitely grown on me the older I've got, you know, his Doctor. And I think just having a multi-Doctor story where both him and Capaldi's Doctor don't interact but are in the same sort of story is really cool. I wish they did interact, that would be really cool, but I guess it's not really the Doctor's story, this, as much as it is obviously Missy's and that. And yeah, I think having not read the previous issue recently and just delving into this one, it did feel very disconnected, I guess, but maybe it would help obviously if I'd read the previous one and then read this. I did read the previously bit, but maybe that could have been a little bit stronger, maybe. The artwork is still really nice. You know, I like the fact that she makes a little cheeky reference to, oh, well, I am Doctor Who. Look, I have the question marks, you know, sort of thing. And that, and again, I guess the costume is just the sort of parody / piss take of the costumes that the Doctor has worn, because quite a few of them are very costume-esque, you know, like, you wouldn't really wear them out and about, and that, whereas, like, when you get to more recent Doctors, like, say, Capaldi, like what he's wearing now, which is, like, just a long black coat and waistcoat and a black t-shirt, it kind of works better, I suppose, or maybe even a hoodie, t-shirt, and a long sort of black blazer sort of thing. I like the inclusion of Storm Cage, kind of just adds to the sort of, connects it to other bits of Doctor Who, you know, with like Series 6 and that. Bit annoyed that my specific copy of the comic has a bit of a tear, is what it is. I suppose this is the very rare time in this issue we see her, Missy, in the more sort of traditional purple costume, which is kind of weird because, you know, obviously in these stories we've had her in this bright, in this sort of darker blue, sort of blue/yellow sort of costume. So yeah, that was a bit of an odd change, I suppose you could say. I don't know. What else? Yeah, I mean, I guess the interactions between Delgado's master and Missy is interesting because it is very much him kind of being like, wait, but you're obviously me, but you're different, and why are you different, and really you think you can be more than who I am, and more than this, more than the chaos and the burning of worlds and galaxies, you think you can be more than that. I just feel like I wish that was sort of delved into a bit more. I guess that's why I love World Enough and Time and the Doctor Falls so much, because I think Moffat really did sort of highlight that really well with having John Sims Master. I know quite a few other people think, oh, John Sims Master shouldn't have been in World Enough and Time and the Doctor Falls, even though the whole point is that her past is literally holding her back and is what will kill her in the end, sort of thing. And there's quite a sort of poetic end to that, and a poeticness to it, you know, the fact that this in particular incarnation of the Master is trying to regenerate / evolve into going back to where they were way back when, before we ever saw them on TV, when they were friends at the Academy, you know, and they weren't arch enemies, you know, or rivals, or, you know, you know, that she's matured enough as a character that she doesn't want to have, for lack of a better term, like a dick measuring contest with the Doctor, you know, anymore. They've done that and failed, and the fact that, yeah, that she's sort of had enough life, or enough time has dwelled, or enough time to dwell on her past's mistakes and carnage and death and destruction, that she wants something more and more fulfilling, which just so happens to be where the Doctor is on his path, you know, and that. And again, I think it's so interesting to have Delgado's Master in this, or in the case of World Enough and Time and the Doctor Falls, have, you know, John Sims Master to have a commentary on, no, but I enjoy doing the bad now. I enjoy reveling in killing people, or burning them, or burning a planet, or you know, using the Axons to do a thing and then, you know, betray them and then kill them and kill the humans and, you know, kill everyone and get what I want and step over the ants. You know, I love doing that. I love reveling in that. And you can't be me because you don't have that. You don't have that spark and that gleeful spark of joy burning millions and killing and slitting someone's throat after you've just given them a well-prepared meal, you know, and that, you know. But yeah, I guess that she is still maybe the trickster as well. There's some stuff at the end, a nice little sort of twist there at the end, maybe. Although I don't personally think that's very clear. I'm a little bit confused by the ending, a bit let down by the ending, and a bit confused, you know, which is a shame, really, because I think the other 3 issues were really good and kept up a really good pace and momentum. And I'd be really fascinated one day to, as I say, read all 4 comics back to back in one sitting, binge read them as it were, and then do an overview video on the channel of all 4 issues, and as I say, just sort of hash out what I loved, what I didn't like, what could have been improved, what I thought about the art overall, what I thought about the story, and as I say, the pacing, what I thought were some standout panels and artwork and that, what was some really standout funny moments or funny or really good lines of, you know, the writing or whatever, you know, really sort of dissect it sort of overall, I guess, although I have already kind of dissected it, as I say, individually, each issue, each 4 issues. So I won't, if and when I do a overview video on this series of comics, I won't be doing that anytime soon, just because obviously I have reviewed each issue individually, like now, so it would be something that I do in the future, either this year or even in next year in 2022, and that. So yeah, a bit of a misstep for me in terms of the ending, a bit confusing and a bit of a soft landing and a bit of a bit of a landing for me, and a bit, as I say, a bit meh, and that, which is very annoying. And I guess maybe you could have had some more cameos from some other masters, you know, like 2 other masters I would have really liked to see would have been maybe the burnt master, the crispy master, because either way you could have it be kind of either, you know, Peter Pratt or Jeffrey Beavers. You know, you don't really have that issue there of having to have a different actor because it's just a drawing. And then also maybe the not Roger Delgado, he is in this, the Anthony Ainley master, maybe. Although you could argue maybe people would get confused between those 2 masters because they do visually look very similar. So I guess maybe that's why they distance themselves from that master. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think the burnt crispy master would have been cool in this, maybe, as a cameo, if not in it a little bit more, maybe. Or, yeah, I mean, from what I remember in some of the other issues, there are cameos from some other masters, I suppose. So, but yeah, love the cover. Do still like Missy's portrayal. She seems to be really on point in this, and I will do an overview of these comics in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate and subscribe to the channel.